When clients come into the office and they're on the verge of breaking up, or they are breaking up, or they're divorcing, the first thing they think about is where they're going to live. Usually one person moves out and the other one stays in the house. And kind of the one who stays in the house has the kids, and this is typical. But for a lot of couples who have had financial distress and all kinds of issues with debt and collectors, they don't have that luxury. They break up, but they need to stay in the same house. When I was in high school or college and I would date someone, my main concern was like, oh my gosh, what if this doesn't work? Because then I got to see them every day. And that would really limit what my choices were, who I was with, how I broke up, and everything else. Because just facing them every day was such an arduous task in my mind that I didn't think I could face it. Well, imagine if that's your task every day. Every day, you know you're going to see this person, but you know the relationship is over. How do you do it? There are actually things you can do that will still salvage the unity of the family, not harm the kids, and the two of you can still create this space where you can be together in a house or an establishment, but not necessarily in a relationship. I'm not saying it's easy. There's nothing easy about this. It's very emotional, but it will help you control your finances, at least not go further into debt, and hopefully make it so that the family won't be at such a breaking point by the time you divorce or break up that the kids will be harmed. So the first thing is, I think grace is the greatest kindness you can give. The only thing you have to focus on truly in keeping this unity going is being able to grace your partner with kindness. And sometimes what that's going to look like is just not saying anything, being considerate, not doing things that are passive aggressive against your ex. Basically, trying to be there for the children and for the unity of the family without harming your ex any further. Because remember, in a split, both people have been insulted, both people have been harmed, both people are hurt, licking their wounds and angry. And so the best thing you can do is to always pause. Maybe say a prayer, say a quote, be still. Just allow it to pass over you and not get involved in whatever the thought is. Secondly, selective silence. If your ex says something that is so offensive or so rude, I think there is a time when you can say something, please don't do that, or if you're going to do that, it's much better we seek silence. Whatever it is that helps you put that bar in or that divider that they're not allowed to talk to you this way, try to shelf it at least until the kiddos are not in earshot. Because people get frustrated. The longer they have to live like this, they get frustrated, they want out, they will sometimes act out if they were more passive and they weren't able to use their words. The person who can see this is probably the person who's going to have to control their anger or their thoughts or their words the most. And yes, you can. You can opt for a walk. You can opt to go run errands. You can opt to go into another room. You can opt to go do squats or push-ups or go for a run or call a friend. These are all ways you can manage you, and that's really what it's about here. Find an inside retreat. Within every house, there's particular areas where your husband or your partner may have gone before, or your wife liked to sit. Don't invade those spots, okay? Give each person their own space, their own shrine, if you will, so they know when they go in there, they are selecting silence. They are selecting isolation or space away from you. Honoring your partner's retreat within the house is going to help everybody get along better. And not only that, It's a consideration. It's an appreciation that your partner may be able to see once you're long gone. I mean, I'm not sure it will happen while you're there, but there will be an appreciation from each other if both parties are honoring each other's sacred space within the house. Don't live in the past and don't bring stuff up. I think when you live in the past, you continue to remind yourself why you're angry at this person, why you hate this person, why this person is selfish or this or that. You're not only dragging them and that feeling into the present, but you're also not letting go. And the most important thing you can do is realize, say, today is a new day. And that happened in the past. And I am going to close that door on the past because all I have to do today is get through today being as kind and considerate as I can and to help the children adjust to this new mode, not show them or mentor for them the silent treatment or insulting or anything discouraging about love, but rather show them that we're two adults and we are two adults in control of ourselves. And our whole love for our children is what's making this, part of this, so difficult. Our whole wanting the family is what's making this difficult. When you're able to actually express that with words or actions, you're showing your children what true love really looks like. And I think lastly, always keep in your mind before you speak anything, is this going to hurt my kids or is this going to help them? Is this going to tear them apart or is this going to help build them? When both people have that in the forefront of their mind, this living arrangement can actually work out. I've seen it work out. I'm not saying you're going to get back together. You probably won't if you're at this point. However, I am saying you will feel good about the way you split this relationship because it was once about love. And when love goes awry or it gets off on a bad step or people violate the rules of love, I think this kind of a pattern is hopefully very temporary, but you can use it as an opportunity to salvage what was really unified in the family. If this video is helpful for you, please subscribe. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you so much.